I let go of all agendas. I just drop it completely. Let it sink down into the floor. All the thoughts in my head about not being enough, about being a well-known communicator and body worker with animals, and here I am with my mare, and this is taking so long to gain her trust, right? And I'm realizing how much she's just simply being herself, and she's mirroring back to me everything I need to let go of. This is why I didn't want to understand training from my colleagues and friends. I adore them and they're amazing. But I actually wanted to enter this space with her, this unified field, this chi space, and see, well, how does it work for us? I don't know how it works for all horses. And I don't have all horses. But at a fundamental level, as I'm speaking, her daughter's right outside the fence, standing and falling asleep. Her son just came and laid down right outside the fence. And we can see right through the fence. I mean, we see them on the other side. And her partner is standing, kind of keeping watch. But as I let go of all agendas, as I let go of all this subconscious crap that was clouding my mind, I walk back over to her. And for the first time, with the fear gone that I might be doing something wrong, with the fear gone, I don't know if I'm doing something right, I just stand next to her and I'm just me. Pure intention, pure innocence, pure awareness, recognizing she's just her. She's not this anomaly. She's not this thing I can't figure out. She's a conscious, sentient being. And both of our fears drop. And as I put my hand to the side of her neck, this time, something is so different. Something is so fully, deeply, wholly in communion and peace. Everything on the ranch right now is calm. There is no struggle. There is no strain. There is just deep, deep relaxation. And as I turn to look at one of the burros in the next pen, he is all extended out and stretching his head up in the air. And instead of coming as someone who's trying to do something to this horse, I am someone who is here with this horse, letting her be her wild and finding my way in, not as a process, not as a method, not as something that I can apply to her, but as something I can become myself. And I'm so aware of what she said to me yesterday. When you humans take, you want to just keep taking. And I recognize something so different in myself. I feel as before I really deeply took this in and understood this, on some level, I am a predator to her. Because predators take life. Now, it's not a bad thing. They're not always taking. They take what they need. But the human predator has become one that does not remember what he or she needs. And they start taking everything that they want. And the want completely disconnects them from how the other being feels. I'm realizing I'm in this pen right now with her. And while My want was to get her haltered for the farrier. My actual need was to be here exactly this way at this time, remembering my mission of all beings equal, remembering communion with all life, and remembering that that's exactly what I have to practice. She's so calm right now. She's just nosing around on the ground, looking for little nibbles. But I no longer feel afraid. I no longer feel like a predator to her. I feel like part of her field. And so there is nothing in me that's asking anything of her except to just share this space together and to feel safe together and to not take anything more from her than what I need to help her stay safe and feel healthy. Big breath. This is such a fundamental shift in the way that I have understood horse quote-unquote training. I've understood it for a long time through my animal communication work and through my work communicating with the animals, their levels of consciousness, but I haven't understood it at the deepest levels of having, this is a tricky one to work out. It's having an agenda because I want to halter her to get her feet done. And yet simultaneously, it's having no agenda. It's holding those in sacred balance. Recognizing, yeah, there is something we need to do. Just like with all animals in the wild, right? Everybody needs to eat. Everybody needs to drink. Everybody needs to live their life on an everyday basis. And there are certain things that we have to do to take care of ourselves as a result. But it's not the what we're doing. It's actually the who we're being while we're doing. It's how we show up. And I'm recognizing, I read a beautiful quote that Warwick Schiller shared today. And it wasn't a quote, actually. He had attended a David Landerville horse trimming clinic. And David doesn't tie up the horses when he works on them. And he asks everybody to hold a circle and breathe and create a calm space and environment. And then he's able to trim the horse's feet with no halter on. And I commented on Warwick's post. I was like, yeah, horse training always begins with the human. It's not about the horse. The horse already knows who and how to be in its environment. It knows. That was Siri blowing out some air, not only through her nose, but from her behind. She's like, yeah, you guys need to let go of that shit. And her partner, Dietz, is now relaxed, and he's down and sleeping. And Siri's snorting again. So this whole notion about animal training, I think it's actually backwards. Because we believe as humans, our consciousness believes that we're training them to do things, to live in our world. But the one thing that I sense right now so deeply, as I have for many, many years, is we're not training them. As Siri's daughter Bella stretches out her whole back and her neck, they're actually here training us and reminding us how to be part of the natural world, which we've made so unnatural, so we can come back into communion with all life.